Okay, we've all been there, right? On either side of an apology that just lands with a thud. It's supposed to be this powerful tool for fixing things, but half the time it feels like we're just saying the words. Well, today we're going to get into the anatomy of a real apology, the kind that actually works.
So, let me ask you, think about the last apology you got. Did it actually make anything better? Or did it just feel empty? Kind of like someone was just checking a box to get it over with? Yeah. The truth is, most of the apologies we hear, and, let's be honest, probably some of the ones we give, they totally miss the mark.
Oh, and we all know the greatest hits, don't we? You got the classic, "I'm sorry, but," which is really just code for, "here comes my excuse." And then there's the Hall of Famer, "I'm sorry you feel that way." Wow, that one is a masterpiece of blame shifting, isn't it? Let's get one thing straight right now. Those are not apologies. They're just defense mechanisms.
All right, so to really get what makes a good apology tick, we've got to first talk about what it isn't. And this is a huge mental shift for a lot of us. A real, genuine apology is never, ever about feeling sorry for yourself or defending your pride.
In this comparison right here, it's everything. On one side, you've got this self-punishment thing going on. It's that whole song and dance of, "Oh, I'm just the worst, I'm such a terrible person." And what does that do? It forces the other person to comfort you. It completely flips the script. But a real apology, nah, that's an act of strength. It's not about your shame, it's about their healing. It's about repair.
So let's be super clear on this. A real apology is not about punishing yourself. If your goal is to just sit there and wallow in your own guilt, you've completely missed the point. That doesn't help anyone, especially not the person you hurt.
So if it's not about that, what is it about? Well, a powerful, effective apology is actually built on 3 key pillars, and they're pretty straightforward: clarity, ownership, and a clear adjustment forward. Let's dig into each one.
All right, pillar number 1, radical clarity. This is all about cutting through the fluff, the vague language, and getting crystal clear about what you are apologizing for. So no more, "I'm sorry for what happened," or "I'm sorry about everything." That's useless. You have to name it. You have to be specific. Why? Because it shows the other person that you actually get it. You understand the specific thing you did that caused the harm. No vagueness, no wiggle room. Just look at this example. It's perfect. It doesn't just say, "Hey, sorry I was late." It's so much better. It says, "I apologize for being late to our meeting today." Okay? That's specific. But then it goes a step further and acknowledges the impact. "I know it delayed our project and disrespected your time." See the difference? That is what clarity sounds like.
So once you've got that clarity, you've laid the groundwork. Now we move on to pillar number 2, total ownership. And listen, this one can be tough. It's probably the hardest part, but it is absolutely essential. What does ownership mean? It means your excuses have to go. All of them. There's no, "but I was really stressed out," or "but you kind of started it." None of that. It's about looking at what you did and saying, "Yep, that was me. I did that, and I'm responsible for what happened next." And here's what it sounds like in its purest form. I was wrong. There are no excuses for my actions. Boom. So simple, right? But it's unbelievably powerful. It shuts down any debate. It's just a clean, clear admission of responsibility. That's ownership.
Okay, so you've been super clear about what you did. You've taken total ownership. You're almost there. But just talking about the past isn't enough. A real apology needs that third and final pillar, a new path. This is all about the future.
Because think about it. The person you're apologizing to has one big question hanging in the air. Okay, great. But how do I know you're not just going to do this again next week? This is where you answer that question. You have to tell them the specific things you're going to do to make sure it doesn't happen again. It's proof that you're serious about changing. So how do you do that? First, you state exactly what you're going to do differently. Then you can ask, "Is there anything I can do to help make this right?" And then, and this is the big one, you have to actually do it. You have to follow through. Because let's be real, an apology without any change in behavior, that's not an apology, that's just manipulation. So, when you bring all 3 of these pillars together, the whole dynamic shifts. You move away from this cringy feeling of shame, and you step into the world of actual, meaningful repair.
So let's recap the whole formula. It's a simple 3-step process. Number 1, state it with clarity. Say exactly what you're sorry for. Number 2, take full ownership. No excuses, no buts. And number 3, propose a new path. Say what you're going to do differently. That's it. That's the whole playbook.
You know, it's easy to think of an apology as this miserable finish line, like it's an admission of defeat.
But when you do it right, it's actually the complete opposite. A real apology isn't the end of the conversation. It's the beginning of the repair. It's the moment you start to rebuild.
So I want to leave you with this question. Thinking about these three pillars, clarity, ownership, and a new path forward, what relationship in your life could you start to mend? Not with one of those hollow, empty apologies, but with a real one, a powerful one.